Hello children, very good day all of you. So today I'm going to start with block 4 in social science, and I want all of you to take out your textbooks. It is all about games and recreation. Why games are very important to us. It keeps our body fit and strong, right? Not only that, it never allows us to feel bored up, right? So if we are feeling bored and all, so what we have to do, we have to play games, right children? It improves our creativity also. Yes children, now let us see playing games, what it says about playing games. Now let us read. So please see your textbook. Now we play different types of games in school and at home. Schools generally have a big playground and materials needed to play games like kabaddi, kho, football, volleyball, basketball, hockey, cricket and badminton. These games also need many players, which may not be available at home. In school we mostly play games in a team. If we win, we sometimes get medals and prizes. So children, here you will get to know that there are lots and lots of games, right? Indoor games, outdoor games. So what is this indoor games and outdoor games actually? Indoor games is something that we can play inside our home, or we can play just sitting in one place, like carom board, chess, yes, and snakes and ladders. There are many board games, right? So we can sit and play inside our homes in a team. So we can't play alone, we can't play such games alone. We need a team. We need at least 2 to 4 members, right? And you know, there are some games which requires a big space to play. Yes, so we play running games, we play catching games, we play blindfolded games, I spies. There are so many different games and it requires lots of space. So here lots of children are playing together in a team. So what kind of games do you play, children, actually? So here in this picture you can see here children are playing football, and next children are playing chess. So what is the difference between chess and the football? Actually football, it involves more and more physical movement, right? And they run here and there. Yes, they need to take the ball to the goal, and you know what, there is lot of physical movement here and it requires a team. So not only 2 or 4 players are enough to play a football, but it requires a team. So there must be minimum of 4 to 5 players, right? And then you know, even if you want to play with your friends, it requires minimum to 4 to 5 players, right children? And it needs lots of space, like a playground or a open space to play, so that you will not hurt anybody else or you will not damage anything. If you play football inside your home, then it will end up in a mess, right children? You might break the glass, or you might hurt someone, or the things might get damaged and so on. And what about chess? Chess, you can just sit in one corner in your home itself, okay, without making much noise, without moving here and there. It is full of brain exercise. So here you have to think, and play. You have to use your brain. So here minimum of 2 players are enough to play chess or a carom board or board games and all, as I told you earlier. And of course you can see cricket. Again, you cannot play cricket inside your home. You need some space. You can play outside on road or in playgrounds with your friends, and you cannot play alone, right children? So they are telling here different types of games are there. So some games we play at home, some games is suitable to play inside our home. Yes, and some games we play at school. And what types of games do we play at school, children? Because there is playground in schools, right? We play so many games like football, cricket, kabaddi, yes, and etc. And you know what, even many schools will be providing whatever kinds of materials required to play such games. For example, for cricket, what and all you need a cricket bat, a ball, yes, and a wicket. You need these 3 things, right, to play cricket. And what about football? You need a football to play football match. And you need more and more players to play such games, right children? And in school there will be lots of friends. So your friends and your classmates, you can play together such games, right children? So there are some games which requires many players, and some games which requires only few players. So the board games and all you can play at home, and other games you can play it outside. You must play it outside. So such games that we play outside or that requires lots of space is known as outdoor games. And the games that we play inside and which does not require lots of space and which will not damage anything else, or which will not involve physical movements, are known as indoor games. Okay children, yes. So what type of games do you like to play, children? So have you just played in games like competitions and all which involves games which involves running? It might be running race, or it might be anything, cricket match or football match, which is a competition. Yes. And you know what you will get in reward if you win in a competition? You will get medals and prizes, right? So sometimes if we play games, then we not only play it for fun, but we also participate. We play to participate in the competition, which gives us medals and prizes, which gets us medals and prizes if we win the match. Right children, let's see next. At home we play with our family and friends. We usually play board games like Ludo, chess, carom, snakes and ladders. We can also play these in school. We also play other games like dumb charades, Chinese whispers and hide and seek. So children, there are lots of games, yes, like indoor games that you can not only play in home but also can play at schools also with your friends, right? So which are those games they have given here? Ludo. You know Ludo, right children? This is Ludo, then chess, then carom and snakes and ladders, as I mentioned earlier itself. These all are board games. So we can play these games even at school. And you know what? There are other games like dumb charades. You know what is a dumb charades? So it is a game which involves two teams. So there should be two teams, and in one team there should be like two or more persons. So minimum there should be two kids in each team, and one kid from the other team, like from team B, will go to the team A and will, yes, ask for the name of the movie. If it is like if the game involves the names of movie, for example, then the team B, the kid in the team B will go to the team A and ask for the movie name. And yes, the name that they give, okay, the name that team A gives to the team B will be a secret, and only that one kid will know the name, and he or she should act. Okay, he should not open his mouth, he should just enact the name of the movie. He should do actions, and the other kid in the team B should guess what is the name of the movie. So that is an acting game. It is known as dumb charades. And you know what is Chinese whispers? So like we have to just sit in a circle, or it might be like we have to sit so that sit a bit far away from each other, so that the other person will not be able to hear you. So you have to whisper in the ear of the person sitting next to you. You have to whisper a word, okay, in the ear of the person sitting next to you, and that person will pass that word to the next person who's sitting next to him or her in the ears. So it is whispering, that is telling softly. And by the time, yes, it comes to an end, like the last person who receives the message of whatever he or she has heard, the last person should tell the name loudly, and if it is correct, then yes, the game continues, and if it is wrong, yes, it is of fun. So the game continues like this. So there is lots of people. So children, it is all about a game in which one kid or one person will pass the message by whispering into the ears of the other kid or the other person sitting next to him. So this is the game in which people pass messages by whispering in each other's ears. So that is known as Chinese whispers. And hide and seek. What is hide and seek? Yes, you can play hide and seek also inside your home by just hiding under your cot or inside your almirah, right? You might have played hide and seek with your siblings, right children? Yes, so there are different types of games. So what type of game do you play inside home and outside home? You have to just think and let me know, children. And you know what? You should also be aware of your favorite game and why that particular game is your favorite also. So there are particular rules, right? Whenever you're playing any kind of game, there will be a rule, right? And you know what? Like you cannot just play a game while playing chess. You cannot move a pawn as you wish. So there is a soldier pawn, there is elephant pawn, there are different pawns, children, which has to move in certain direction in a certain manner. So there is certain set of rules in each and every game, and sometimes we make our own rules and our own games just by playing, and yes, by developing our creativity and to get rid of our boredom. What we will do, we will start playing and inventing our own games, and we will, yes, make set of rules for our own games, children. So there is rules, and why rules are made, why rules are very important, let us see now. To be healthy and happy, we must have some fun. We play games for recreation and to stay fit and healthy. So children, it not only makes us, isn't it, kids? So we play games to stay happy, to feel fresh, and it also gives us what? It gives us like health by making our body fit and strong. So we need energy to play games, to have some, for whatever it is, we need energy, right, children? And we have to eat healthy food to get energy. And when we play games, what will happen? Our energy is spent. We spend our energy, we spend our energy on playing games, and again we feel hungry, and then yes, again we have to eat healthy food, children. And you know what, this is just somewhat like physical exercise, not only to body but also to brain. Yes, we will think and we will play. We have to think, right, children? While playing, there will be certain set of rules and how to play, when to play, what to do. So our mind like keeps on thinking and planning about the games, right, children? So what we have to do next, so this is the planning is done. So it improves so many lots of things when we play games. And you know what, we play games for recreation. Recreation means what? When we don't have anything to do, or if we have no work to do, and if we are getting bored, then what will happen? We feel like playing some sort of games, right? So please stay away from the mobile games and play healthy games, children. Yes. And you know what, let us see here, we must follow some rules while playing a game. We should be honest while playing. We must not cheat to win. Playing a game is not just about winning and losing. While playing a game, we learn to cooperate and solve problems among team members by listening to each other. When we play a team game, we must cooperate and treat everyone equally. So what they are telling your children, so there will be certain set of rules. Of course, if rules are not there, then we cannot play a game. Then it is not at all called a game. It is just called stupidity, right? So we cannot play as we wish like small babies. There are certain set of rules made for each and every game, whether it is indoor game or outdoor game. And you know what, we should follow the rules, and we should be very, very truthful to ourselves, and we should not cheat our friends. We should not fight with our friends. We should not get irritated if we are losing our game. It is not just about winning and losing, right? Finally, we are having so much of fun and so much of refreshment while playing games. So it is not about winning and losing, it is more about participating in a game. Okay, and yes, we have to cooperate with each other. What is the meaning of cooperate with each other? We all are friends, we all are team, okay, with whomever we are playing. So we must, yes, help out each other. We must be friendly enough to accept whatever has happened in the game. We should not start fighting. Yes, we must not hurt them. It should not be like, we should not go physical, hurting them and all, and we should not use words which abuse them, which hurts them. Okay, so we, if there is any kind of problems while playing a game among the teams, like if it involves two teams. So if there are any kind of problems in a team itself, then yes, like here team A and team B. So if there is any problem in this team B regarding the game, then all the other members should help him or her to solve the problem and cooperate her and help her to play the game in a better way. We must not tease them, we must not tell them that you are not a good player, you cannot play the game and all, but we have to help them out to learn the game. If they are smaller than us or bigger than us, we must, like if they are elder or younger than us, we must not ill treat them because they do not know about the games, or if they do not know anything about the rules of the games and all. We must teach them. That is known as cooperation, and that is known as solving the problems among the team members. Yes, so we have to listen to each other, we have to listen to what others say. We must not only sit and talk. Like, it should not be on one side, it should not be like leadership. Okay, yes, of course, captainship, leadership is all necessary, but it is all important. But what if you're leader, then you have to listen, right? You have to listen to your team members, then only it makes a sense that you are a leader or you're a captain in your team, right children? That is known as cooperation and solving the problems. And we have to treat equally, we have to treat everyone equally. There is no there is no low grade or higher grade or younger or what elder, nothing like that. While playing a game, all should be treated in the same way. That is known as equally. So now next, let us see women in sports. So children, it is not only men or boys in sports, children. So there are also games like boxing, okay, weightlifting and all, where heavy weights, they have to lift heavy weights. Okay, there is a sport. And you know what, athletics includes the running game and jumping games, and also throwing, like javelin throw, okay, and throwing in, like there'll be heavy balls, iron balls, which you have to throw it as far as possible. These all are involved in the athletics. And yes, this proves the physical strength of the person who is playing, how much physical strength he or she is having. So children, whoever is playing such games should have lots and lots of physical strength. So you might think only men can play such games. No children, then your idea is really wrong. Women are also in sports like boxing, athletics, weightlifting, etc. Okay, so women can also play all the types of sports in the same way as men play. So women also participate equally well in all sports. Yes, in fact, they have brought so many medals to our country also, children. So look here, many women have won medals and prizes in competitive sports. There will be competitive sports like Olympics and all, right? So which represents our country, our state. So many women also play representing our state, our country, and they have bought medals and prizes, children, in competitive sports. What is competitive sports? Yes, they play games which involves competition. For a competition, they participate in the competition. So different types of games and sports are played. Okay, so it is played in the desire to win. That means, yes, I have to win. So this is the desire. Who will play games to lose, children? Everyone plays game even if it is for fun. You play a game to win the game, right? You will never play a game to lose. So when it is about the competition, yes, they play it damn seriously, very seriously, to win the competition, right? So many women also have bought the medals. They have won medals and prizes in such competitive sports. And you know what, in India there are so many women who have made us feel proud of our country, of our state, by winning lots and lots of medals, not only in national games. National games means representing our countries, like there will be lots of countries, lots of people participating from the worldwide. And yes, even in the international games means what, children? So again, it is the next level, the higher level than the national games. So we in fact feel proud to have wonderful women who have won so many medals, children. So here you can see list of women who have played games, who have participated in games, and who have got medals, prizes and all. So here there is PT Usha, who has participated in athletics, and Mary Kom, she's famous for boxing, and Karnam Malleshwari, she's known for weightlifting, and Sania Nehwal, she's a good badminton player. And what about Sania Mirza? You can see here also the pictures of certain women. Okay, she is Sania Mirza, she's playing tennis. And Tanya Sachdev, she is famous for chess. Yes, children. So Diana Adalji, cricket player. Anjali Bhagwat, she is a shooting star. Like, you know what, it's a game where you have to just focus on the target and you have to shoot. So children, women are in all the fields, right, children? So they're not at all less than men. Yes, they play equally well. And here, fairs and circus. What is fairs and circus? Is it game? Let us see. Apart from games, there are other ways to have fun with our family and friends. We can go for a picnic, visit a zoo, go shopping, watch a movie, listen to music or read a book. You can also go to the fair or a circus to have fun. Yes, children. So like as we go for malls, and you have been for theaters also to watch movie and all. So why do you go? To have fun. It's for entertainment, right? So in the same way, this is a scene from a circus where lots and lots of people dress up nicely in a colorful way. And you have seen Joker also, right? So he is also a part of circus. They try to entertain us, they try to make us laugh, they make us feel surprised, like we feel so happy to watch the circus and all, children. Yes, it is a way of having fun. And what about the fairs? What is fairs? There will be different types of games. You can see here it is a picture of a fair. So there will be giant wheel, there will be water games, there will be fun games where you can play them and have lots and lots of fun. So yes, you not only go for shopping, or you not only listen to music, you may also read a book, right? For the entertainment purpose, if you're feeling bored and all. So even like apart from games and all, like indoor games, outdoor games and all, you can go for fairs, you can go for zoo, you can go to a circus and all to have fun. And with whom you will go, children? Yes, of course you need a company to go, and that is our friends and family. Okay, so here they are telling a fair is a place. I want you to read it once. It is a place where people sell things like toys, crafts and clothes. So there will be exhibition, children. There will be exhibition of so many lots of things, so that we can buy whatever we want to. Okay, there will be toys, there will be crafts, there will be handmade crafts. Yes, and there will be clothes also, different types of clothes. And not only this, we can also do shopping in the fair. Apart from that, we can also have fun with the rides like giant wheels. You can see here, this is the picture of giant wheels, and merry-go-rounds and food stalls and all. So if you feel hungry, then you can find a food stall also inside the fair where you can go and eat it. Yes, you can find delicious and varieties of food also in food stalls. And you know what, where you can find the fairs are held, children? Look here, they are held in large grounds. Large grounds means lots and lots of space are required, right? So it's something like a cricket ground. There will be large grounds where fairs are held, and they'll keep a temporary stalls in each and every corner. There is a setup of stalls. Okay, so what is a stall, children? So it is a place for, like, there will be different shop for food, a different shop for shopping clothes and toys and all, right? So in the ground there will be different setups to buy clothes, to buy toys and all. That setup is known as stalls, and it is temporary so that they can easily pack up, wind up and move the whole setup to the next place. So next, fairs move from one place to another place, so it will not be in the same ground. There will be conducting fairs in different grounds in different areas, children. So next, what is a circus? A circus is a group of people such as acrobats, clowns and trapeze artists who travel from one place to another to entertain people and earn money. So here, children, a group of people earn money. How do they earn money? By entertaining the people. And who are they called? Acrobats. Acrobats means, okay, they bend their body, they twist their body, they do different types of movements in their body. Their body is so flexible, and they entertain people by making body movements in such a way that will surprise us. They are known as acrobats. Okay, and who are known as trapeze? A trapeze are someone, like you can see in this picture, he or she is walking on the rope or walking like they are very free to swing or to walk on a rope. They will balance nicely, or on a rod. Yes, children, you might have seen a very thin rod or a very thin rope they will use, and they will walk on it, they will hang on it, they will swing on it, and they will fly from one place to another. They are known as trapeze. And clowns are no one but jokers who makes us laugh, who entertain us, right, children? Yes, they all are known as artists, okay, who entertain us, and they entertain us to earn money. That is how they earn their money. And yes, they also move from one place to another place. And you know what, it is also held in a big ground, but inside a tent, children. So a big tent, that is using a canvas or a sticks and all. A tent setup is made. So what is a tent? A home kind of thing which is made up of cloth. So it is almost, a circus is held in a big ground inside a big tent. And you know what, after performing all the circus and all in that place for some time or for some days, then they will pack up everything, so that it is easy to pack up, right? The tent house, it can be moved from one place to another place. So they move to the next place and they earn their income. Okay, children, so you know what, for doing circus and all, is it easy to possible for us and go and do circus like that, children? Or is it possible for you to do some acrobatic movements, or to make people laugh like clowns just like that in your home or in your school? No, right? You need more and more practice to do so. And of course, these artists also practice for so many years, for a long time. And you know what, it also involves animals, wild animals like elephants, lions and all, children. They train the animals also in such a way that they will not harm any other people or even the trainer, and it will entertain us by doing some tricks like cycling. You might have seen the elephant cycling, or you might have seen the lion jumping inside the rings of fires and all. So these all are, yes, trained animals, okay, like lions and tigers and all, to entertain people. Okay, children, yes. So these artists also needs lots and lots of practice for many years, and even they need lots and lots of time to train the animals to entertain the people. So this is how, like, we have fun, children, by not only playing games, but not only recreation, but also by going to fairs and circuses, other than watching movie or listening to music or reading a book and all. So children, stay away from mobile phones and play more games that keeps you healthy, fit and strong. Thank you so much. Have a good day, children. Bye.